welcome back. How are you doing? Accounts is treating you well? Good. Now, this sum is again in continuation with the video we did last time, meaning treatment of goodwill. Okay? We had done a few sums last class. This is again a different variety of sums in this video. Different treatments of goodwill. PQ and R are partners. 5:3:2. They admit S with 1/5 share, which he acquires from PQR equally. This means what? This gives you information about their sacrifice. P, Q and R give equally this 1/5 share to S. Therefore, sacrificing ratio is equal to 1:1:1. P is to Q is to R. This is what you have to understand here. Okay? Since S is acquiring his share, whatever be his share in material, he is acquiring it equally from P, Q and R. Therefore, since they are giving away equal shares, meaning they are sacrificing equally, 1:1:1. Goodwill of firm is valued at 3 years purchase of average profit of last 4 years, and the last 4 years profit is given to you. So this is, you see that goodwill valuation is incorporated along with admission. So we will find goodwill at 3 years purchase of average profit. Average profit of last 4 years. 70, 105, 106, 136. This is 136 divided by 4. Okay? So 3 into 36. 34,000. This is 12. 1,02,000 is the value of the goodwill of the firm. This is the goodwill of the firm, right? S will get, is supposed to get his share. S share of goodwill is 1/5 of the total goodwill of the firm, because he is getting 1/5 share in profits, right? So 20400. Yeah, 20,000 400. That's his share. He is supposed to get this much, but what happened? S is unable to bring his share of goodwill. So, what should be the journal entry? Yes. S current account should be debited with this amount, and the sacrificing partners, meaning P, Q and R, will get their shares, equal shares, right? This divided by 3 for each. So that entry we have the figures for. Goodwill already appears in the books at 50,000. This is existing goodwill. In the last video, I explained to you why we need to write off the existing goodwill. Because this is goodwill already appearing. Aren't we valuing goodwill afresh and giving the sacrificing partners their share? We are giving them. They will get that also. They will have a share in the existing goodwill also. It's like, counting it twice. Right? Therefore, whatever is already appearing, you need to write off to the old partner's capital account in their old ratio. Okay? Write off is always in the old ratio. Premium for goodwill in the sacrificing ratio. Just be clear about these two. Okay? So now we come to journals. First entry, let us write off this existing goodwill. Okay, so it is P's capital account, Q's capital account, and C's capital account. We will debit them and we will credit goodwill account with 50,000. Okay, 50,000, and this is in the old ratio. What is the old ratio? 5:3:2. So divide that by 10. 10,000. Then Alright. So this is, we are debiting the old partners in their old ratio for writing off the existing goodwill. So this 50,000 is cancelled. Now coming to the new goodwill. New goodwill now is valued here like this. He is unable to bring. So the second entry is S is current account debit. How much? 20,400. Whatever he was supposed to bring. And to the sacrificing partners. I do not prefer saying old partners, because all old partners might not be sacrificing. So only sacrificing partners capital accounts in their sacrificing ratio. Okay, in sacrificing ratio, which is 1:1:1. This divided by 3. How much is coming to? 60. Is divided by 3. 6,800 each. Therefore, 6,800 to P, Q and R. This is in the sacrificing ratio, which is 1:1:1. Okay. These are only 2 entries we are doing. S is not bringing anything, so no cash account or no BFG account will come here. This is the entry. Then partner, incoming partner is unable to bring in his share of goodwill. This is it. Simple. One more sum. Sum 2. X and Y are partners sharing profits in the ratio of 3:1. They admit Z, who brings in a machine as a share of goodwill worth 30,000. Now what is he bringing in? Not cash. But it is not even said that he is unable to bring in anything. Be it cash or any other asset. Whatever be the form of asset. Cash or anything else. He is bringing in something to compensate the old partners. Fair enough. Okay. So we consider this machine that is a substitute for cash. So he is bringing in goodwill worth 30,000. His share. XYZ decided to share future profits equally. Now future profits meaning henceforth they will be sharing profits equally. X, Y, now Z, all three. Meaning what is this? Yes, this is 1:1:1, the new share. The new profit sharing ratio is 1:1:1. That is what is the new. Sacrifice ratio is not given. New ratio is given. And goodwill is there. So obviously you will need to find sacrifice ratio, isn't it? Always understand, children, in some sums you might not need to find out a few things. It's obvious, evident. But in some sums you will have to calculate and find out. Alright? Like in the previous sum we did, nobody asked you to find out a new profit sharing ratio. And there was no need also, right, to pass the entries. To pass the entries you needed sacrifice ratio. But some children we see this is what we see, okay, so we give you a feedback based on the experience. Some children will, struggle to find a new ratio also. Immaterial, nobody's asked you, the question doesn't ask you to find a new profit sharing ratio. The journal entries don't require a new profit sharing ratio, then why the waste of time? Okay, so please don't waste time on finding out things which you are not supposed to find. New profit sharing ratio is given, old ratio is given. I can find out sacrificing ratio because that is required. So that's a part of my calculation. So here sacrifice is equal to old minus new ratio. Yes? Old ratio, let me write it properly. Old ratio minus new ratio. And why? Why not new minus old? Old ratio is supposed to be more. If you have made a sacrifice, meaning what? Earlier your share of profit will be more than the new share, isn't it? So in that assumption, we are doing sacrifice ratio is equal to old minus new, not new minus old. Now let us see for X and Y. Third partner is Z. We'll keep them also. Old ratio is 3/4, 1/4. There is no old ratio here for Z. New ratio equal, meaning 3 partners, so 1/3, 1/3 and 1/3, right? Each one gets the 1/3 part of the total. Total is 1 divided by 3, right? That's the new ratio, 1:1:1. So therefore, sacrifice ratio is equal to, how much is it coming to? 10, 12, 9 minus 4. 5 by 12. 12, 3 minus 4. Okay. Minus 1 by 12. See, 3 minus 4 is not 1 by 12, it is minus 1 by 12. I'll tell you what that is. And this basically we can just convert it into common base 4 by 12. Of course, this is again, new partner is always a gaining partner. Right? So that means Y is also a gaining partner. Of course, 1/3 share is more than 1/4, isn't it? New share is more than old, therefore he is not sacrificing. He is rather gaining. So this is one exception which happens, that apart from the new partner who is gaining a share of 1/3, he is entering with 1/3 share, he is eating away 1/3 share. Apart from that, one of the old partners is also gaining. Therefore, who is sacrificing? Only X. We can check that. How much is the sacrifice made by X? 5 by 12 share. And how much is the total gain? 1 by 12 plus 4 by 12, 5 by 12. Obviously, gain always has to be equal to the sacrifice, isn't it? Because total remains the same. It's just a redistribution. Therefore, what should be the journal entry? 10. There are two partners who are gaining. We always debit the gaining partner, isn't it? And basically with whatever he is supposed to bring. Now what has this person brought? Z. He has brought in a machine. So machinery account, I should debit instead of cash. I am debiting machinery account. 2. Premium for Goodwill, 30,000. This is for his share of PFG that he has brought. Alright? Instead of cash to PFG, I have done machine to PFG because he is not bringing cash, he is bringing machine. And then we will distribute this PFG. PFG distribute kya karna hai? Everything should go to X, isn't it? Because whatever he is gaining is coming from his share. Also, Y is a gaining partner. So, debit Y also. Y's capital account. Debit. Because he is also gaining partner. Alright? 2. Excess capital account. Because what they both are gaining together is what is excess sacrificing. Now let us come to the amount. 5/12 of what? 1/12 of what? What? The total goodwill of the firm. If X is getting 30,000 share for his 1/3 share in profit, that means what is the total goodwill of the firm? I'll just tell you that. See, goodwill of the firm is equal. Here, Z's share 30,000 into the reciprocal of his share. 1/3 का reciprocal क्या होगा? 3 by 1. Yes, which is 90,000. Alright? 90,000 is the total goodwill of the firm. How? Now, if you don't understand this reciprocal thing, you just understand if X is the goodwill of the firm, 1/3 of X is 30,000. Therefore, X is 30,000 into 3, which is 90,000. Fine? Whichever way you understand, it's good enough for you. So, here, this entry, Y is supposed to compensate X for 1/12 of the total goodwill of the firm. That is, what is he gaining? He is sacrificing this much, so he is compensating this much for his share of goodwill. So obviously he will also contribute his share of goodwill, his share of gain. 90,000 divided by 12. Alright? Divided by 3 is 30. So divided by 4 is 7,500. 7,000. This is 7,500. Okay? And PFG was 30. So totally X should be compensated with 37,500. Alright? Clear? Of course we can check that. 37,500 is what is his sacrifice. Let us see. 90,000 ka 5 by 12. How much is it coming to? It will come to 37,500. Okay? So that is how you are supposed to find out and pass this entry when one of the old partner is also a gaining partner. Alright? Remember this. New partner is always the gaining partner. He is gaining a new share because old to kuch tha hi nahi na. Whatever is he getting, he is a gaining partner. Therefore, he is compensating by getting PFG. Therefore, we are giving this EFG to the sacrificing partner. ये 30 तो जा ही रहा है. Apart from that, the old partner who is gaining, please be very careful while finding out this ratio. If anything comes in negative, it means that new ratio is more than old ratio. Therefore, he is not sacrificing, he is gaining. If he is gaining, he will also compensate this gain part of the total goodwill of the firm. Do not do this into 30,000. 30,000 is Z's share, isn't it? Z का share 30 है, so based on his share, find out goodwill of the firm, and then you find out his gain. He will be compensated. His capital account will be debited. No need to debit his current account. Alright? So I hope this is clear. These two different types of sums. Practice more sums, children. We will have more videos on goodwill. Till then, take care. Bye bye.